Alright, welcome back to another game of climbing the ranked ladder. In this case, I'm using a completely redesigned team, built around getting up Trick Room and winning from there. Particularly with the Ursaluna, ideally Ursaluna behind screens. So, yeah, I'll have to see what I can do with that this game. I think, with that in mind, we're going to lead with those two. And put the Ursaluna in the back. And I feel like bringing the Ho-Oh is probably a good idea. Yeah, do I want to bring the Ho-Oh here? No, never mind. Hold on. I definitely want to bring the Ho-Oh, whatever else I'm bringing. Yeah, okay, I like that. I like that. The big thing that I'm still trying to figure out is how to effectively pivot out one of my leads into the Ursaluna. You know, without risking the Ursaluna getting blown up. And I think what I might need to do is I might need to get Parting Shot on my Grimmsnarl or something similar, so that Lunala we can have, you know, a flow something along the lines of Lunala sets Trick Room, Grimmsnarl sets up a screen. In the next turn, Grimmsnarl Parting Shots whatever looks scary on the other side of the field and goes into Ursaluna while Lunala starts dealing damage. I think that needs to be the general flow. Yeah, I'm just not quite there yet. That's okay. I can always, of course, go with the manual swap out. All right. Exciting times. That's a lot of damage over there. We're definitely going to pull up a Reflect. Okay. Yep, let's get a Reflect up. I like that. Do I want to go with the Terra here? Kinda, but also kinda not. Like, it's not clear whether... Well, it's... Let's see, Qianpao normally runs Ice Move, Sucker Punch, and Fighting Move. You know what? We're just gonna send it. We're going to send the Trick Room and see if they go for... It doesn't look like they're going for a Sucker Punch. Behemoth Blade. Oh, just into the Grimmsnarl. Okay, well, good job, buddy. Bye-bye. Okay, Grimmsnarl is down. Let's see what Qianpao is going for. It's not a Sucker Punch, which means they might be carrying Throat Chop. They are carrying Throat Chop. Light Screen plus Shadow Shield is enough. And the Trick Room goes up. Okay. Cool. We're cooking. Which is good. Because we kind of needed to be. Leftovers doing Leftovers things. I like that. Ursaluna, come here. Good bear. Count. Now the question is, do I think that they're carrying fighting type moves? Yep. I do. I think they are carrying fighting type moves and very interested in hitting my lovely bear with a fighting type move. Or an ice type move in the case of the Qianpao. Or just something that would normally be super effective into my normal ground combo. So we're gonna go Terra Ghost. It's a Ray Ray. Okay, well, guess who's getting facaded next turn? Probably that guy. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, not a bad start, all things considered. I'd rather not take, you know, a super effective Icicle Crash, so I think Terra Ghost is the way to go in this circumstance. Terra Normal certainly could be viable as well if you're not expecting to look into, well, this is a moot point kind of turn. That's okay, though. I don't really expect the Rayquaza to go... yeah, don't expect the Rayquaza to do much other than potentially go Terra Normal. The Reflect, of course, will help carry him along quite nicely. I'm kind of thinking we just drop another Earthquake. I'm actually just going to put a Brave Bird into the Qianpao. And the reason for the Brave Bird rather than Sacred Fire is that Sacred Fire has this wonderful thing called accuracy. It's not 100% accurate. You stupid kitty. I do not like Qianpao. Anyway, the Qianpao, it's a wonderful kitty. Not really. Anyway, it's not going to be here after this turn. Have that. Goodbye. Go away. Okay. We have removed the cat. I feel much better. Brave Bird is 100% accurate, so it's not going to miss spontaneously. Unlike Sacred Fire, which I have had miss twice consecutively, which is no fun. Not a fan of that. Okay, I guess we're gonna just blow up the Farigiraf. Like that. That works for me. Because, like, the Rayquaza, yes, the Rayquaza is potentially concerning, but it's most likely an Extreme Speed and something else variant. Extreme Speed and maybe Dragon Ascent variant. Yep, there's the Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed basically just bouncing off with the Reflect up. Here's a Facade. Boop. Farigiraf down to next to no HP. Throws a Psychic into the Ursaluna. Ursaluna surviving it. That's lovely. Have a Brave Bird. Boop. There goes the Farigiraf. Okay. Next turn is most likely going to be a double Protect on their side, because Zacian, of course, has Protect. Yeah, so I think we're going to be looking at a Ho-Oh endgame to potentially close this one out. Because, let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is the last turn of Trick Room. Rayquaza moved, so we're just going to send Lunala back in. And I want to set up a Tailwind. Actually, Tailwind could potentially be really good here. Yep, let's just set up a Tailwind. Double Protect makes a lot of sense from their side because they can just stall out the last turn of Trick Room. You know, they don't have to deal with the Ursaluna under Trick Room. So, yep, there's the first Protect. And here's the next Protect. So instead, we'll give them different things to deal with, like a Lunala and a Ho-Oh in a Tailwind situation. And the Unbearable Bear can just hang out in the back. Okay, so in this circumstance, I think that Zacian is the primary target for Moongeist and Sacred Fire. Part of the reason for preserving the Ursaluna is so that if necessary, you know, I have the opportunity of potentially cycling the Ho-Oh out to proc Regenerator at least one time. Aha! It is the Terra Normal Extreme Speed Rayquaza variant. Which, I mean, let's be honest, it's basically Dragonite 2.0, but without, Yep, Dragonite 2.0, but without the ability, Inner Focus. So, there we go. Moongeist, good damage off the Moongeist Beam. Behemoth Blade coming out first. Pop. Lunala tanking it like a champ. Have a Sacred Fire Zacian. Boop. Okay. There goes the Zacian. That's lovely. And speed priority doesn't terribly much matter because, well, it's a Rayquaza. And so it's going to spam Extreme Speed. So we're going to Moonblast right there. And we're going to... Actually, hold on. Let's take a look at this. We have 2 turns worth of Tailwind. Yeah, here. We're going to do this. We're going to protect the Ho-Oh, because I'm expecting another Extreme Speed. Just so that Lunala can get some more damage off. Oh, they did not go Extreme Speed, so they're probably going to try and take out Lunala this turn. Oh, they're going Dragon Ascent. Okay. And boop. Now, the good news is that it's a Rayquaza. And Rayquaza does not have an easy time hitting 2 targets at once. So, as long as we land an attack into that Rayquaza that has lost a stage of defense, I think we've got it. So, let's take a look at our options here. I think Facade and Brave Bird, because the important phrase is land an attack. Okay, they go for a Protect. That is that. Yep, that is the thing that they want to do. I don't think the burn knocks out the bear this turn. That also helps them stall out the Reflect just a little bit longer. Playing to their win conditions, I respect that. I respect that a lot. Ho-Oh is huge and taking up significant chunks of the screen. Ursaluna's still got 3 whole HP. Reflect is gone. Tailwind is gone. And that's okay. Alright. Same thing as last turn. He gets the double Protect! Oh boy. Well, hey, I respect playing to your outs, because, yep, that's the thing you needed to do to ensure that the bear went down, which the bear will now go down. So the real question comes down to whether or not this extreme speed from the Rayquaza is going to do enough damage. It might, based off of how much it's done previously. I mean, I guess you could always go for a Dragon Ascent, but at this point with the Terra Normal, like, the extreme speed and the Dragon Ascent are punching at about the same level, so the question just is, can he drop the Ho in one hit? And we're going to switch to Sacred Fire. Just in case. Just in case. Here's the extreme speed. It's coming out. Bop. And it does it. Ah. Well, kudos to my opponent for a really well-played game. Disappointing, unfortunately. Thought that I had that. Oh well. Things to improve on for the next game. But well played, very good game, and thank you for watching today's video. Have a great one.